Hi, thank you for connecting with me. Today I'm going to cover the topic about vaccination. I think with this topic, there are also lots of people they have concern. They're talking about Bill Gates, they have the foundation, they're doing preparation for depopulation, that sort of agenda. And you can also see from the news, there are also government, they start to putting into research and into experiment, like start testing the vaccines in human body. I think in some countries, they're already preparing for it. And because with this pandemic, it seems like everyone waiting for a solution, and the solution people are expecting will be this vaccination. Like people are hoping it can kind of lifting all this pressure on people. There has been circulating around this dark agenda. They're talking about they can put like a microchips into the liquid, and also because with that they can into like mind control, lots of things, lots of controlling. Something is definitely going on. And the thing is, there will be some different opinion about this one, but you can also share your question or your viewpoint about this vaccination. So because this is going to, after this pandemic, the next, it looks like a next agenda. Some people, they are very against the vaccination, because personally I don't really take, since after I'm really aware what's happening. But there are still people that believe vaccination is still helping them in terms of protection or something. But I think it's a personal choice, because it really depending how the bring up and whatever information you're receiving. And of course people can be kind of programmed to believe what they want to believe. So with this one, I really leave it to everyone's free will. But today I want to share mainly is about the latest the recording we did with the Tesla Coast team in the Cosmo Fields. Is we in that process we have a preparation process. We actually talking about what's the cause of this pandemic, because there's so many different sources. It can be, say, from the virus or from the 5G, different stories, but it doesn't matter what. It's like it's just a trigger, it's really a trigger. And I already have talked from different perspectives looking at this pandemic in my previous video, which you can find out on my YouTube channel. I was talking about this is actually an opportunity for us to working on ourselves, because it's only when people matching their vibration with fear, with all this low vibration, it's easier to get infected no matter what, any diseases, right? And this one, of course, thanks to the media, they've been really boiling, and it's like it's everywhere. Like the information you can't really get unless you can 24/7, switch your phone, switch your mobile, and not talking to people. It literally, even when you go out, is affecting you, because some people are still into this lockdown mode. So with this energy work about this vaccination, we were actually talking about a long-term ultimate solution. So that means it's not only for specific vaccination. And I think I want to say is there are lots of conspiracy theory people, they've been promoting the dark agenda. And of course, we cannot say it's not happening. Of course, there's something fishy has been going on for a while. But once they are getting more people awakening, then you will realize we actually having this power. When you connect to your superconscious, to your higher self, to your source state, when you know how, you actually have this power to change around the vibration energy frequency. Like Tesla always said, you want to know about the universe, you work on energy frequency vibration, and from there, how you can manage a lot of things in the surroundings. So with this vaccination, during the discussion with me and Mima, we were talking about some long-term solutions actually not only for specific vaccination. So we come up with a deactivation of all the vaccines in the past, present, and future timeline. This recording is actually taken into 3 parts. So the first part is the past vaccine. We have vaccine since we were born. And unless your parents have this awareness and not let you getting any vaccines, most likely most of us have at least have certain vaccination, like at least we all have sort of somewhat here and there. It just lost count. And even from as a baby you receive this vaccination, it can be passed on from generation. Like when your parents they receive vaccination, or your grandparents they receive vaccination, is in their blood, in their DNA. So what we're getting, we are actually, all this genetic influence is passing on. So with this deactivation, this energy work is so powerful. It's actually calling, how it works is bringing you to the state. It's like when you play a video, now it's like a moving forward. But with that activation, it's like a take you backwards. So it's working. It's like it's taking the past vaccination and energetically out of your system. It's very powerful because whatever the vaccinations into your system up to now is actually help to clear out any bad influence, whatever they put in you. And if you have some parents that have babies, and they can also do this for their kids, because of course as a baby they don't have the choice. And then sometimes the government, they make it compulsory. If you don't take the vaccination, then you cannot enroll into like a child care, or you cannot do certain things. It's kind of, they use this policy to force the parents to sending their children for the vaccination, and by the name of for your own good, like for protection, but actually it can be more damaging to humanity's immune system. So this is the first part, is already very powerful. So the second part is working on the present vaccine that's working in progress. So for example, it's like this COVID-19, this coronavirus vaccination, and it's work in progress. So we can also work on very high energy level, and through that we actually can change the structure of the liquid. It changes the essence of the liquid in the vaccine. So whatever you're getting is only you can say the source essence in it. So you are actually changing the ingredients, you are changing the elements inside the liquid of the vaccinations. So whatever is injected to the human body, it won't be harmful. Of course, when we have this choice, everyone has the free will to decide if they want to take it or not. But once you don't have choice, what are you gonna do? You cannot sit there and cry and say, "Oh, I don't want to take it, but I have to take it." And people cannot get into this fear. But what I'm trying to say is, when you know your power, when you know how to access. And this recording is very powerful because we have many cosmos fields. They're coming, they're stepping forward to support this process and helping humanity in the collective consciousness level, and helping to change and it is working on the energy level, on the frequency level, and the vibration level. So in this recording, it's pretty long, it's like 1 hour, but it's worthwhile to listen to it and then connect to this the energy, whatever is working, and you actually can experience it. It's very powerful. And then the third part is working on the future vaccination. So whatever in the future that you might take, or any vaccinations coming to you, that we make this vaccination only work for you. So it's more like what you're taking is from the source liquid. It's not anything that contaminated. So this is actually very powerful. Of course, there are a lot of people, they have lots of anger and fear. They are powerless, like they can't do anything about it. And it's not true, because this is actually pushing, it's actually pushing people like to really go in deeper and to know more about yourself. And you need to know, only when you know your power, you stand in your own power, and then there's really nothing can affect you. But by saying that, we still have our journey to go through, and of course it's not like 100% everything we go through is perfect. So we all come here to have certain experience. And as my previous video, I also talking about people will be confused, and they were asking why this is happening to me, without realizing before we incarnate this incarnation, we already agree, or you write your own script, you know what's gonna happen, and it's pretty much done the script, because we all know we are the script writer, we are the actor, we are the director, and so before you play any movies or any games, you have to write a script. It's pretty much, what's gonna happen in your higher consciousness level, and that's why there's always a way out. And don't get caught into this pandemic, and which is a lot of fear generate from the social media. But why people get caught? Because people forgotten their own power, and that's what it's so scary, and they don't want to get without realizing what's the reason behind. So that's why people really need to deep into what's actually hidden behind the message, or all these challenges in the collective humanity level. So what it's really bringing to us, and to bring people's awareness, and to going deeper and deeper layer, and working on yourself. Only that, then whatever is happening, it won't really affecting you. And when there's a tornado, whatever is outside is always a lot of wind, force, or chaotic. But somehow if you're standing in the middle, in the right center, in the tornado, it's actually stillness. It's just a vacuum. It's actually very peace and quiet, no movement. From the nature, we learn a lot, because it's like a metaphor, but it's true that you have to be tuning in, you be aligned with your true essence, and you stay in this still point. Then whatever is happening around you, outside of you, it's also only a reflection what's inside of you. So basically, the information I try to bring out today is there is a recording available, and it's very powerful. It's literally working in the past, present, and future timeline. So if people need to, if you want to deactivate, like whatever the vaccination you had before, you want to experience, like in a collective level, the energy work has been done, but if you want to experience as a personal level, it's taking you to a more deeper experience from that recording. And of course, each time if you want to have you have to have a vaccination, or your loved ones, you can even listen to the recording and just help. It's sort of going into deeper to have that experience, and then helping you to boost your confidence as well, because you will know when you connect to source, when you stand your own power as a source, nothing can really affect you. There's always a way to work around, as long as you know how to do it. So that's why, because we have this opportunity to tapping into the cosmos fields, and with their support, it's all these cosmos field. They are also other aspects of us. There's no separation, but it's just for the convenience to understand our other aspects, because that's what it's all about. Because as a source want to experience itself, want to explore itself, all the potentials. So all the spark, it can create its own, like a cosmos field. All these events is actually helping us to understand more about us, and then also helping us to connect to more of other aspects of ourselves. So hopefully my explanation help you to understand what I'm trying to say. So let's see if there are any questions here. You can post on the chat. I do encourage, I put up the link in the description section, where you can do the free downloading of this video. So all you need to do is just enter the code, so you can download for free. This is like a practice of how you can access your own power in different ways. So hopefully, through this journey, by the end of the year, we can do a lot of clearing and getting ready for the next year, because next year is going to be another quantum leap. There will be lots of exciting, like transformation happening. And this year is really like a restructuring and all this resetting. Okay, so if there's no any other questions, I do encourage you to download the recording, and I will see you in my next video. We'll talk soon. Bye.